Greeting to all of our African worldwide. I hope all of you guys doing okay, and I know many of you guys not doing well. I learned many of you guys caught up in the coronavirus. I hope that's what you guys had. I hope you guys not misdiagnosis with a flu that is nothing with a different diagnosis that has nothing to do with the coronavirus. Family, it's time for you guys to wake up. You guys should not have any excuse today for any propaganda, news, any type of virus, any type of diagnosis from doctors, from your government, from your governor, from any type of health care. You should not be surprised if you have a little bit of understand, if you still have that little bit of melanin on you, if you don't destroy your melanin by eating junk food for so long and you lost it. Your melanin has nothing to do with your skin pigment. Your melanin has to do with inside of your brain, inside of you, to dictate you wrong and right, left and right. Make the proper decision. Do the right thing. See a better vision. I'm not gonna break everything that your melanin responsible, in charge of your body, of your African body. You can do your research in Dr. Liala Africa. That's the only doctor that I chose, that connecting with the spirit, that connect with our ancestors, that has a clean body, that can tell you how melanin work. Your modern medical scientist not gonna tell you what is melanin. I don't know if they know in purpose not to telling you. Your chemist, your biology not gonna tell you what is melanin is. But today, family, you don't have any excuse to know what is melanin. Our melanin resists with man-made drugs. Our melanin can affect you, your health. You have the right to know. Now you can do your own research. It's not going to be somebody that compromise to telling you lies. You can study Dr. Sebi as well. I notice, but when it comes to us, you're gonna have some of us gonna wanna be interfere, saying things sometime in a negative way toward each other, because we are creator of nature. We came to the earth for a different purpose. We came to the earth, we have work to do. We're not gonna be agree on everything. Some of us gonna be agree and disagree in many things, but that doesn't mean you have to bash out what the person know, they understand, or what they've been doing. I agree with Dr. Liala Africa 200%, because I got it when he talked, and I changed my diet. I can see the difference. The way I used to eat GMO food, the way when I used to eat meat, the way when I used to eat unhealthy chemical food in my body, I know the difference. I'm speaking from my experience. All I'm saying, family, I noticed during that coronavirus, all people in China being kicked out in the street by the Chinese people, by the Chinese landlord, by the Chinese government, accusing of the coronavirus. And after all, everyone know when China keep it secret from the United States, I don't know. I don't take sides from any government because they all work together. But we've been told that breaking virus, that explosion in the city where that take place in China, it's been around way for many, many months before United States breaking the news here in the US. We find out, I think 2 weeks, well, on the 15th, I don't remember exactly, but it was the second week of January, we find out about this virus. Before it was just a virus. Later on, they come with a new name, call it virus COVID-19. Whatever. All people being in China left the motherland to go looking and living in China. I don't understand you people. United States is a little bit different because you see all kind of species here. You're living with all kind of different race. But I don't get it, family. How you be able to make living in China? I know China is our land too. China is Africa. But I don't think I can live in a country where you see only one kind, the majority of only one kind of people. How do you think that's going to be benefit you, family? When you go into the hospital, all you see is one type of pieces. You going out to the supermarket, is one type of pieces. Anywhere you go, you barely see your people there. I guess when somebody losing the consciousness, when somebody losing their mind, when somebody losing their melanin, they're losing all. They lost. I saw many of our brothers and sisters in the street kicked out by Chinese. Are you kidding me? The Chinese all over Africa whip up Africa wealth, whip off Africa war material. The Chinese are creating illegal mining in Africa to whipping up their land, to whipping up the motherland. And Africa shouldn't be have any mining, because when you mine in the land, that land, the water will be destroyed there. You cannot grow food in that area anymore. And the effect in the community. Way before that breaking news with that coronavirus, I saw many topic video in Chinese, the business being that being conquering Africa to rebuild, try to look in the building the world, and I saw a puppet African, the so-called government, the so-called administration, ministers, welcome these Chinese in our land to allow them to do business in Africa. I have a message for you, government in Africa. I know you know what's going on now with our people in China. I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna see what are you going to do now. I'm talking with the high priest that's in the motherland worldwide. I'm talking about with the priest that in West Africa, in South Africa, all over Africa, including the high priest, because everywhere we are, I believe we have a priest. Including China, we should have a priest there. Anywhere our African people are, should have a priest that our people can go to when they need counsel, or people can go to when they transitions, or people can go to when the children came to this earth, when our children birth to this earth. If you're afraid of your family, if you're afraid you're not gonna get paid by those Chinese government anymore, if you're afraid you're not gonna get paid by the West society anymore, it's time for you to cut your check off, because the ancestors are calling on you for the responsibility you take to govern our people as a government. If you're a government, a priest, I'm not talking with any minister, pastors. I'm not talking with any Muslim Allah that has temple in Africa. I'm talking about with a priest, the Ifa priest, or West Africa priest, or Hongan priest, or Babalao priest. What is your plan? You have more power than this government and the land. What are you going to do now with our people that been kicked out in China to live in a street? They can't even go to the doctors. They refuse to go to hospital. They refuse to go to go buying their food. They refuse to go anywhere in China during that coronavirus. And our people are hard-working people. They're in China to reboost China economic. Why they're not in Africa? Do you know they live in the land to go boost up China economy? Why they're not in Ghana? Why they're not in Nigeria? And then these are all people who get affected more, because they're not going only in China. Due to my research and video, I noticed all people then all over the Arab country that become Arab now, which is our country. All people all over the planet looking to survival, looking for job. They claim Africa is not offered them anything, and when the Indian coming to rip off Africa, the Chinese coming to rip off Africa, England coming to rip off Africa, United States coming to rip off Africa, France going to rip up Africa, the whole entire planet looking to survival by Africa. And when our people live in Africa looking for better life in other country, including Saudi Arabia, including places where you don't want to be going, where they can chop your head off. I have a question for our people. Are you guys become that stupid? You guys don't know places you're not supposed to put your feet on right now? even in the past, are still the motherland and still the mother earth. Cleanse that earth, restore the earth where you can live anywhere you want in peace with your family. Why are young men wanna go in Nubia? Why are young women or young men wanna go to China looking for better life? Wanna come to United States looking for better life? Going to France and Canada looking for better life? When all the wealth, all the success is in Africa. I noticed the high priest, are you guys living good in Africa? I noticed the European governments, because all of our government in Africa, in Haiti, and anywhere our people are, they're not our people. They work for the European, they work for the Arab, they work for the outside race master, oppressor that put us to slavery. That's why you saw so much hunger in Africa, in Haiti, in Mexico, where our people is, all over where our people is. Because these people are being paid to keep our people in hunger, in miserable life, in torture life. Because if you look at it, is this pastor who's living large? Is this pastor who make millions of money from our people, telling them if you don't give your 10%, you're going to hell? And they driving car, living beautiful house, having their kids in a better school, having 3-4 maid in the house, cutting the grass, cooking for them, doing the laundry. And these are our people that look like us. But like I always tell in your family, they look like us, they're not of us. These people has nothing to do with us. These people brainwash. These people been paying to torture us, to murder us. African leader, our ancestors calling on you to get your job done. The job you swear in that fake Bible to serve Africa. It's time for you to turn the wheel around. Get your job done for African people worldwide. Or high priest, it's time for you to get your work done. If you choose from the ancestor to do the work in that community, to do the work in that land, it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to start compromise your purpose in this planet. It's time to save these generations that are coming, to give them the right of passage to take over that job you're doing now, and doing it with 100% pure heart. It's time for you, the high priest and the motherland, to follow the 42 negative confession of my heart. It's time for you to go back to Kemet. Study what your ancestor was doing. Our ancestor does the compromise. We were conquered by the slave master because we see another human being working in another humankind working in 2 feet. Even the hair don't look like us. The skin don't look like us. The eyes don't look like us. But they look like they were like kind of resembling like human. We welcome them. We wasn't weak. We didn't have prison to lock up family. We don't have criminal prison. We don't have guns. We don't need it. We are a community. We are a civilization people. We don't need to conquer other people for what they have. We don't. We don't do these things. That's why they were overcome. They can kick us out left to right, whip our women, whip our children, whip our men, murder our young children, and get away with it. Our people murder when we have people in China, we never heard from them. We never see them on television. When are you going to be request our people to come in home? The high priest that was passing down to you by the ancestors. When are you going to put our nations together? When? The time is now. It's a wake-up call now for our people. To call in our people to come home. The earth is waiting on us. Our people in England, our people in Italy, our people in Ireland, our people in China, our people in Mexico, our people in Haiti, our people in Trinidad, our people all over the world, our people in Brazil, our people in North Korea, our people all over the world. I don't want to miss in calling name and forget any of these planets where our people located. When? You know where they are. You saw those videos. You know what's going on now. Our youth need to be home, learn about the culture, learn about the language. French is not a language. English is not a language. Arabic is not a language. We have our motherland, our ancestor has a language for us. We must learn those languages, especially you young people that in the diaspora. You must learn your language. Your language is who you are. That's your culture. You're born with that language. You're born with your ancestors, your bloodline from millions or millions, perhaps trillions of years. They connect with you to that language. When? You're the high priest. You're not telling me you don't see what's going on in China. Or people kick out of the apartment, sleeping in the street, and when they have all the wealth in the motherland. When are you going to calling them come home? You have place for them. When are you going to be calling them it's time to come home? When are you going to calling them to leave the diaspora, to leave the Western society, to come home? You're responsible for that. When are you going to follow the 42 of my act laws? The earth has laws. You must follow the laws. You must follow nature. Or people don't need to be evicted, sentenced to death in China for any little penny they call so-called crime. Or people being evicted all over the world, they claim they will bring in drug. When the whole planet is addicted to drugs, when the whole planet is adopting drugs from the whole entire planet, bringing to our land. Nobody have any excuse when they claim, oh, or the African bringing drugs to the Arab country. They get evicted. I saw many videos. They get evicted because they bring in drug to their country. What country? Africa. The whole planet, the whole planet is Africa land. That's their land. You stole from them. Iraq is Africa. Afghanistan is Africa. China is Africa. Morocco is Africa. Turkey is Africa. United States is Africa. The whole entire West is Africa. Why do you think the whole entire planet seeking Africa for the wealth? Everybody living in Africa, wealth. Why are people starving to death? Why 90% of wealth, food, is only in a small percentage of the elite hand? 90% or 95% of wealth of all people from the whole entire planet is in the hand of a small group of people, the elite worldwide. Why are people starving? Why they can afford to buy even the GMO chemical food to survive for themselves? Why? I'm calling on you, the priest, the high priest, the voodoo priest, the Ifa priest, the original priest, to do your work in Africa. Stop compromise with the earth. Stop compromise with the responsibility you are calling for. Looking around you in this planet where our people located, looking in the condition of African or dying daily here in the United States and the West. Right now, many of them starving, nothing to eat due to the coronavirus. We have over 6 million people try to collect in unemployment. So many of us don't even have a couple $100 in our account. If this virus continue another month, another 2 months, for some of us that has to be home. When they found a case in the job, they have to close the job for a couple weeks or more. For some of us who's not essential, who's not allowed to open, what are they going to be doing? For some of us that just starting a job, who doesn't have no benefits, who can collect in unemployment, who can collect in sick day, who can collect in vacation payday, what are they going to do? How are they going to be survive? How are they going to feed their children? How are they going to feed themselves? How are they going to pay that rent? That virus going to put a lot of mental sickness in our people that not connect with nature, that usually get up in the morning, go to the plantation to bring the bread home, that's not able to go to the plantation now due to the virus. That the plantation, the slave master plantation is closed due if they're not making enough money, or if they're not essential, or even if they're essential, when somebody testing positive for the virus, they have to close the department to do cleaning before they can reopen back again. What are they going to be doing? All people, you need to wake up. The only way you're going to be wake up when you reconnect back with nature, when you reconnect back with your spirit. You are African, you're a spirit being. You don't need to hold on to any so-called man-made religion for you to survive. That's the main thing you destroy is of religions. Religion destroy you mentally, psychologically. That's the worst thing you can ever do in a human being, when you destroy them with the entity that was created for them, that waiting to hold on in somebody that's gonna come to save them. Let me ask you something, family. When the European ever wanna save you, do you know The so-called Jesus you following, it was a European man they create for their God to be worshipped, something they can hold on to. Do you know this is that man you follow? That man or you hold on to, you praying to, you giving your 10% to, you going to on Sunday or Saturday or on Wednesday or any other day, the temple you go to, the Muslim temple you go to, and I watch many of you caught up in that so-called spirit. You, guess what? You having the it's like I noticed you guys talking in tongues. What the hell is that? It's like when you get mounted by the spirit when we doing the Orisha ceremony or when we doing the voodoo ceremony. You get mounted by the spirit for many of you that's in the church. You mounted by the law, you mounted by the spirit, you mounted by the Orishas. And you don't have no idea. No idea. Family, wake up. It's heartbreaking when I see our people tortured all over the world for lack of understanding. The Quran you're reading, the Bible you're reading, tell you lost of lack of understand. He tell you are God. That book telling you you're supposed to be doing greater things than me. That book telling you when the blind leading the blind, we both fall in a dish. These pastors, those rabbi, those you call those Allah. I don't know what name you guys calling your Allah, your Muslim. I don't know what is the name for it. They're all blind just like you do. These books they follow is a metaphysic book that connect with your own physical body, with your own organ. If you don't know your organ, you cannot understand that book. If you don't understand metaphysics, if you don't understand nature science, nature metaphysics, nature psychology, nature physics, you cannot understand that book. The book is clear. That book was copied from your ancestor, ancient Egypt and Kemet. The Moors, what they were doing. If you're not spiritually, you cannot be built. Do your research, family. You should not have any excuse today for what been forcing on you 2,000 years ago. It's time for you to get out in that mess. It's time for you to get out in the church, to get out in that temple. You are the church. You are the temple that's supposed to be clean, that's supposed to be put in the right nutritionists, the right food, the right water, the right proper nutritions to connect with yourself, to connect with your spirit, to connect with your ancestor, to connect with that earth that waiting for you to free yourself. You must free yourself, family. You must follow the 42 negative confession of my heart. You all going to be judged by my heart laws has in for you. Your heart must be light like a feather in judgment day, enable for you to make it in the underworld life, what you call afterlife. Family, wake up. I advise you, Listen to Dr. Phil Valentine. You can learn so much on metaphysics and science of our people, what our ancestor was doing. I advise you, listen to Dr. Henry Clark, to Dr. Ben, Marcus Garvey, Malcolm Marx. Listen to Jean-Jacques Dessalines. Listen to our warrior, powerful Amazon woman, Africa. You're supposed to live by the example, family. You can find them, so many of our scholars, an audio tape now transmitted to YouTube channel worldwide. Family, we have another ancestor that transitioned 2 weeks ago, Dr. Eliala, Africa. Start listening to our brother that can teach you how to eat, how to claim your spirituality back, how to reconnect yourself back. We are messed up from our mother's womb. Came to this earth messed up. Get married, so-called married, messed up. Because our ancestor back there, you don't go groove up and fornicating with any kind of body in the street. Your ancestors choose your husband, your wife, and women played a powerful role in that unity. Without woman that knows how to govern his household, there will not be any house that stand. A woman, a powerful African woman, is a warrior in a family. She's the only one that can govern that earth. She's the only one. Look to your priests in ancient Africa. Look to your high priest that can do anything without a woman. The woman has more power on this earth than the man. It's the woman that make the decision. You guys call it the godness today. But I don't know about godness. I call them the high priest, high priestess. They are the one. Just look in the Pharaoh, what you call Pharaoh today. Go back and Kemet. Study your Kemet, Ma'at. Study Isis, Owes, Hou. Study them. Who you are, what you used to do. Studying Emotet, your real doctor, medicine. Study them. You can learn anything from the modern medicine here in the West or all over the planet that was forcing on you with man-made laboratory chemical lab. What do you think you never be healed with these drugs? What do you think when you get sick you take these drugs? The drugs, the man-made drugs, make you more sicker. Because your body wasn't created for that type of chemical reaction you put in your body. Family, it's time for you to reconnect with your herb, to reconnect with nature, no matter where you are in this planet. When you choose to reconnect with the earth, to clean the earth, clean the water, clean what nature ready to give you, when you choose to get that wealth, you see how powerful you're going to be in this planet. Nobody can save this planet without a pure African being. The planet not going anywhere until you taking care of the planet. The planet doesn't lie to you. The planet is real. Like Dr. Afraka said, if you're pregnant, the planet said you're pregnant. If you're sick, the planet say you're sick. You must heal yourself. The body heal itself. Only man-made who can pretend telling you something is wrong with you when is nothing is wrong with you. Family, listen to Dr. Amos Wilson, to Dr. John Wilson. Listen to our people, our scholar that transition who become our ancestor now, that went before us to making the way for us. Stop being ignorant. Stop living in this planet you think is real, is not for the kind of life you having, for the kind of food you eating, for the kind of air you breathing, for the kind of chemical you putting in your system. It's not real. It's time for you to reconnect with the trees, the animal, the plant, nature, the herb, to learn about yourself, learn about who you are, and able to reconnect with what the ancestor has for you for billions of trillions of years. You need to reclaim that back and clean up that earth and back to yourself. Our people shouldn't be murdered worldwide when they travel in a places, leaving the daughter, leaving the son, leaving the wife, leaving the family behind, and then to looking for better life somewhere else. Our people in Haiti left Haiti to Brazil, left Haiti to Dominican Republic, left Haiti to Canada, left Haiti to United States, left Haiti to go all over the planet. Okay? Left Haiti to go worldwide to looking for better life when the life is white and the land for them. When outsider coming to whip off the life and the earth and our land, and we pushing away, left our land to go looking for better life and somewhere else, and to rebuild the economy, to rebuild the system, to adapt to the system, to reject our roots, to reject our culture, and claiming an entity that don't has nothing to do with nature, that don't has nothing to do with Africa, that don't has nothing to do how to raise an African child, that don't has nothing to do how to educate an African child. That's what our children lost in the West. They not listen to us. They choose not to educate by the mother. They very disrespectful. They not following what you telling them. They fight you to death. They argue with you to death. They lost because they don't have of inner understand mind. They've been destroyed right from the mother's womb. They've been destroyed of conception. They've been destroyed, came to this earth. They don't know left and right. They don't know how to get their self together. As a mother, you pull your heart out, you argue, you fighting with them, you curse them out to see if they're gonna get it. They're not getting it. They fight you because the GMO chemical food they've been eating before they came to this earth. You've been eating before you conceived them. They destroy, they mentally destroy. We don't need to destroy any more of our African children, our people worldwide. Please connect yourself with the ancestor. Come home. We have work to do. We can save those that are in the 20s and the 30s now. But for so many of us that awake, we know what happened to us. We know what they did to our ancestors. We know how they tortured them. We know how they forced the woman, the Greek, the Arab religions on them. We know how they please with that religion enable for us to be here. We rise and they shoulder. It's time for us. When they are beat up, when they are dying blind before they get to the West, when they were selling in the free market, when they were selling, they were bet on our ancestors for a couple dollars. They were selling for the guns. They were selling for the gunpowder. They were selling for any type of weapon for nothing. Our youth, or young girl or young boy. I did a research on a database of our ancestors. It's not just the young men of 1820 that were kidnapping from the land. We have children that were kidnapping too. Do your research. It is there for you to know. Stop believing and ignore it. It is there. We have a young girl that were kidnapped too. It wasn't only the men at 40 and 50s or the 20s. It was all type of rage that was kidnapped to bring to the new world that destroy. To this day we cannot prepare these family because they were mentally, psychological destroy, including the food they were eating, including of our people, our ancestors that were dying in the ship when they were poops in themselves, urinate in themselves. Just do a research in Ghana. Do a research in the place at no return. Do a research where our people were kidnapped from to bring all over the world. What happened to them? Please. Why they're not able to raise a family? Why they're not able to get themselves together? They get so upset and angry when you're talking to them. Do your research. Before you conceive a children now, have a plan how you're going to be conceived that children. Have a plan how you're going to have that kids. Have a plan to eat better, to psychological your mind better before you bring that kids to this earth. And planning to have your kids at home. Train yourself to be a midwife. Your elders, you need to go back to be a midwife, to have the kids at home, not the hospital. Because the hospital killing them in the womb too. When they induce your wife, your girlfriend. I say girlfriend because I know all kind of teenagers having children now, which is you shouldn't have children. African have a culture. Children doesn't have children. Children not allowed to raise children. You can't do that. I'm talking about your wife, your long partner, when they're going to have a children, a baby in the hospital. That baby been traumatized. I was one of them. When they introduce you with that drugs they put in the IV given to the mother to force that baby to come out before time. I'm very thankful I was born in the continent and a midwife. My mother don't have to take drugs to give me birth. I was very thankful I was giving birth at home and a midwife, and most of all my brothers, most of all people was giving birth in the African home. The Chinese doing it, the Indian doing it. Why we can go back, or African that live in the diaspora, please go back to give birth at home. Our children don't have to be traumatized from drugs to be forcing to be birth in that earth, in that crisis. You only have one crisis when you birth to that earth, because the earth we live in today is hell. The earth is not safe to be bringing any children to this earth right now until you African choose to restore the earth, make it a better place for our children to live. Family, my heart go out to all of our Africans that in China that been pushing away in the street, that been living on the street due to the coronavirus that was affected, especially in China. Imagine you if it was us. They claim that they claim the virus was coming from Africa or any of the continent, in Haiti, anywhere. If that virus was take place in one of our islands, we will not be able to even open our mouth in this society we live in today. But if the virus take place in China and now is all over the planet, why in the hell all people have to be evicted from their apartment by the Chinese landlord or by the Chinese government, tell them to get the hell out in China, go back to Africa because of the virus? Ifa press, African press, whatever you call your name, the Babalao press, it's time for you to get to work to bring our ancestors' children to Africa, to bring them home, give them a place to stay, the land to stay, to kick the Chinese, get the hell out in Africa. Right now is your job. I'm not talking with the African government. The African government work for the European, they work for the Chinese. They get paid to torture our people. I'm talking about to you, the high priest, the true priest, the Amazon priest and priestess in Africa. It's time to get to work. To the same way they kick our people out in China, the same way they kick our people out anywhere in this planet, it's time for you to kick them out in South Africa and West Africa, everywhere in Africa, to make home for our people to come in home. They can go back to the West, go back to Africa, go back to England, go back where they came from. It's time for Africa to clean the land, to bring our people home. My heart go out to you, family. You live with your children, with your stuff, your bologna you left in your apartment, and I noticed Chinese people in the street passing a blanket to you guys in the street. It is well. It's not fake news. These things happen in Africa. This thing happen in China. Or people been kicked out in the street by the Chinese people. They're not willing to serve them in the store. They're not willing to welcome them in a hospital. They not accept them anywhere in Africa, in China, because of their skin color, because of who they are. They've been rejected to be served any type of way in China. Right now, as I speak, is happening. Do your research. You, the high priest, that in Africa, who claim yourself the Babalawo, stop be compromised with the work the ancestors give you to do for their children that was coming up. You're responsible to bring them home. You're responsible to stop compromise with the work you take responsibility for, with the work you are initiated for in the Voodoo and the Yoruba and our ancient Kemet, and the spiritual work you're supposed to be doing. That's my message for you today. Please, you have work to do. You cannot close your eyes on that. You're going to be responding to the ancestors. You're going to be answer to the ancestor. You, the high priest in the motherlands. If you don't put your foot down, figure it out to bring our people home, you're going to be responsible for that. And you're going to be answered to my act by not doing the work, to do the proper work you're supposed to be doing for the ancestor children that was coming in the earth, all over the planet. You have work to do. Chinese doctors shouldn't be in Africa. Chinese business shouldn't be in Africa. Any Chinese man shouldn't be in Africa after what happened. It's time for you. I know we are civilized people, but it's time for us to, it's all about human survival now. We have to survive our race. We have to survive our people. Our people dying, murder, put in electrical chair to be murdered all over the planet because of our skin color, because of our heritage. The whole entire planet know who we are, but you African don't know who you are. You African don't know you are a nature. You are coming from nature. You all came to this earth to make that earth better. But you so lost and caught up on religion, caught up in your Allah, caught up in your Jesus, caught up in your so-called man-made who doesn't look like you. It's time for you to go back. It's time for you to save our children. It's time for you to stop neglect the youth, the girls of the boys. It's time for you to protect them and stop sacrifice the children. You claim you doing it because the family did a crime. They have to pay for that crime. I saw those videos too. Time to get rid of this mess. Stop praying in an entity that's not exist. You African, you are God to yourself. You pray to yourself. You give honor to yourself. There is no heaven for you to go. When you transition, you go back to the earth. Your energy becomes something else. You back to your ancestors. That's why you must put in the right food in your temple, because you must be healthy, because you're going back to nature. Nature is clean. Nature is healthy. You have work to do, family. Get the work done. Stop being ignorant. You have a lot of work to do. The high priest worldwide in Haiti. I'm not talking about the Hongan, the Catholic Hongan in Haiti. I'm not talking about the Catholic Hongan in Africa. I'm not talking about the Catholic Hongan in Brazil. I'm not talking about the Catholic Hongan worldwide that's praying in Santa Maria. That's praying to those saints. I'm talking about your inner yourself, your true God. You are the God you're supposed to be connected with. Nothing else. You are a spiritual being, African. Learn who you are. Find out who you are. Please do not allow that coronavirus, COVID-19, to mentally destroy you. It's a wake-up call for you. Even if it's man-made, even whatever he come from, why the earth, why the animals, the birds, why the geese are not affected by the virus, why the dogs haven't been affected by the virus yet, why is only humankind? Because the dogs are free. They're free in the planet. They don't have to be listening to TV. They don't care what's going on in the TV when humankind making all these lies on TV. They don't have to listen. They don't have to be in the social media for everybody putting all kind of lies and YouTubes. They don't have to go telling the doctors, telling them all kind of lies. The birds are free. They don't have to be listening to anybody telling them lies. That's why they're not falling out of the sky. And I learned before, you have all kind of virus that create when the birds was affected in New York back in the couple years ago. And then it was another propaganda that was create side effect to hurting our people, because they had a plan to coming up with vaccine to vaccine our people. Family, stay away from vaccination, all type of vaccination. The vaccination is created to control the human populations, to control our people, to control our young women when they are at the age 30. African, we don't have kids on their 30. We're supposed to prepare, our body have to be prepared to bring birth another God to that earth in your 30s, not in your 20s, not in teenagers, to go get pregnant and have an abortion. And the abortion is another propaganda they will create in our community to destroy our people. Stay away from birth controls. Stay away from depot shot. Stay away from anything man-made. These things for you to destroy you. Our ancestor has a birth control naturally they create for us. Connect with your elders in your community. If they're not brainwashed, learn what they used to do. Learn from them. You don't need any man-made chemical, biochemical medication, drugs, or food to heal your body. You're supposed to heal your body. Your body is alive. That's why when you put all this chemical food on it, your body make you sick. Your body rejecting you, and you don't know what to do. Family, it's time for you to wake up. You should not have any excuse today. This video is full of you guys all over the planet. Share that video when I upload it with your friends and family. And all people need to get themselves together and able to save the earth. The earth is ready for us to save it. The earth cannot be saved without the African. I'm not talking about the modern African today that walking around with fake nail, fake hair, bleaching up their skin. I'm talking about the pure natural African that naturally connect with earth and nature and eat food that come from the earth. Those are the ones I'm talking with. Please, that's all I gotta say, family. I love all of you guys. I care for you guys. My heart go out to you guys that hurting worldwide with what's going on right now in this planet. Please be mentally stable. Take care of yourself. Stay away from church. Stay away from the mass. Stay away from religions. I know you've been brainwashed for 2,000 years. You're not gonna listen to what I said now, but you don't have no excuse now when you said you didn't know. And by the way, many of your pastors that go to the church that claiming to be they are your savior, they bring in a God, a Jesus from the sky for you. They are going to the Babalao too. Okay? Don't trust them. They can do nothing without the Babalao. They do go in front of the Babalao. They go in front of the Hungan to go get the reading. They go to doing the magic, and they can have the church full of you. They feeding on you. They feeding in your energy, family. You stay away from this church. Stay away from the mass. You don't need a book. You don't need the Quran. You don't need the Bible. That Bible you worship, family, missing 18 book. That Bible, you don't know what the 18 book, what happened to the book of the dead, what happened to all this book, the Roman Catholic, the Vaticans removed from that book. You worship a King James book, man-made. King James book. This man killing many women is a murderer. And this man almost killed his mother. Please, family, wake up. I'm begging you to wake up. You can save or future children that come into that earth. And keep the kids home. They were our ancestors. When they say they're not going to the church, they don't want to go to the church, stop forcing them to go. Because when they were young, even they've been feeding chemical food, chemical formula. As soon they came to this earth, chemical food from what you've been eating when you're breastfeeding them. But they are ancestors. They're the one who still low and that who still connect with the ancestor. They know, even if they cannot speak yet, they still connect with the earth. They not brainwashed as much yet. So they know when they tell you something, no. Some of our children, they have a lot of secret. They keep it to themselves. They will not telling you. So they will not talk. They prefer hate the mother and the father. They keep it to themselves. But when the children try to tell you, I see imagination, I'm flying, I can fly. Yes, they can fly. Don't bring them to psychological, any counseling to be psychological their brain, because they're African, they are flying, they can fly, they know what they're talking about. Don't, when they tell you they hear voices, not like when they become brainwashed, taking the drugs, smoking synthetic marijuana, when they become eating all this GMO food and West or all over the planet, they're not themselves anymore. Or if you've been taking drugs when you conceive them, or if you've been eating GMO food when you conceive them, they don't know what they're talking about. But if you connect with the earth, you are eating the true food from the earth, you not brainwash these children. When they tell you something as a young age, 2-year-old, 3-year-old, if they can speak yet, and they all can speak because they are our ancestors. Remember, we ancient. When you see you give birth to a child, is your ancestor coming back, them already maybe thousands of years. So they know what they're talking about. But all modern children in the West, they don't know what they're talking about. Because they've been brainwashed from the womb. Their mother been brainwashed from drugs. They've been taking alcohol, eating salt, eating sugar, especially the white flour. They like to eat the junk foods. They not themselves. They're losing the consciousness. So that's what the police can shoot them anytime they want. That's why they can be locked up behind bar. They don't know who they are. That's why you see them worry and scare for anything they see man-made put in on television. You see them freak out because they don't know who they are. So they're not connecting with the melanin. They lost the melanin. They lost the conscious. Just like other species in the earth that doesn't have melanin. Yes, so many of them may have 1%. But the only people that have the melanin to do things, to change things, is only the pure African people that has it, that can do it. Nobody else does. That's all I got to say, family. That video is like an hour video. Hopefully, I can upload it with no problem. And family, take care of yourself with what's going on. The coronavirus, COVID-19, this is nothing for what man made prepare for you guys in this planet, for what coming ahead, for what that book you worship with coming in you, been telling you what to come. If you think about it, the book is man-made. The book is a literature book. The book was created for you to keep you in bondage. The book was created for you to keep you in slavery. The book was created for you to keep you poor. The book was created for you to make you losing your consciousness, to make you losing your spiritual, your African spiritual consciousness. That's what the book was for. That's all I have to tell you, family. Turn around to your earth, turn around to your ancestor, connect with yourself, eat better, eat healthy. Try to study Dr. Liala Afrika, now who's our ancestor now, or transitions. So learn about our elders that study from Egypt. Learn about our Moors, what they used to do before they were conquered by the Greek, by the Roman, before they were conquered by other pieces that live in this planet now among you. Please, family, you don't have any excuse today. And at last, if you live in a place you have a lot of television, stop watching television. The television is not a mindset to control you. The television is not a mindset to keep you in bondage. Stay away from social media as much. Stay away from watching. Stay away from follow up all these people so-called superstar sport. A lot of these things is a distraction to distract you, family. Connect with who you are. Connect with yourself. You have work to do. You have a lot of work to do worldwide. Please do not say we're not warning you. Many of us are warning you. Listen to those of us that have the common sense. Those of us that care for you. Those of us that not compromise the truth. Pay attention, family. If you don't, you're going to be responsible because the earth is alive. The earth knows there is some of us that's telling you now what you're supposed to be doing to save yourself and save your family. If you want to stay ignorant, it's on you because we've been told you. Our ancestors sent us to warning you what you're supposed to be doing. And stop looking up to your government. The government is not there to protect you. They never work for you. They never will work for you. It's time for you to learn how to govern yourself. You don't have to be on the street shooting people. You don't have to be on the street to be chasing, holding sign in your hand. You're going to govern yourself. It's within you what you're supposed to be doing. Please, family, you can do it. If you got to move from where you are, move in a place where you can connect with the earth, connect with your ancestor, taking care of the water, taking care, because it's going to be a water age coming now. The water going to be in control. So you must take care of the water, especially the sea water. Ye manja, ashe, ashe. Power to you guys, power to healing you. For some of you get affected, stay away from vaccination, stay away, especially the motherland. I know many of us, the elite, they were advertising vaccine before the coronavirus come to the air. They were advertising vaccine all over the motherland. Please, family, do not accept anything from France, from the United States, from England, from anywhere in the world, including your own people. They look like us because those entities, they're using our people to use us. They're gonna come with these pastors, with these ministers, with the missionary, with these priests. They're gonna come with them. They're gonna give them little money. They're gonna buy them off. These people are biased. You don't allow them coming in your community to give you anything, to feed you with all kind of GMO food, to give you any type of drugs. Please, please stay away from these people. Even if they look like us, they come in to translate for these people. Tell them, chase them away. Chase them away. Do not allow any of our people coming to translate for you with the different entities that come from all over the world who think they're gonna come helping you. Nobody in this planet care for us. You must care for yourself, including your own people. They are biased. They will be paid to telling you lies. They will be paid to make you take the vaccine. They will be paid to give you drugs. Please stay away from anybody that not offer you to educate you to connect with nature, that not educate you to connect with your ancestor, that not educate you to go back to the earth to plant your own food without no chemical on it. If these people not doing that, they're not your friend, they're your enemy. Stay away from them, family. Okay? Take care of yourself. Much love to you. The coronavirus should pass. It's not gonna be forever. It's gonna be more coming. It's a wake-up call for you guys. Like I said, it's like a cherry in the top of a cupcake. It's gonna be more coming for you guys in this earth. You must prepare yourself now. You must ground yourself now. You must know what are you gonna raise your children now. You must prepare your body before you conceive a children now. Because if you conceive a bad seed, you're gonna birth a bad fruit. If your seed is not healthy, if your seed is not spiritually, you will not birth a white seed. You will not birth a white spirit. You will not birth a white human being, a human African. That's all I'm saying. Family, take care of yourself. Much love. Take care of your family that next to you. Take care of one another. Look out for one another. Believe me, all your wealth is in your hand. All your wealth is in Africa. You must claim your wealth. And the priest, my last message to you, it's time to get rid of these entities, all foreigner in the motherland. All people need to come in home. We need to come home. We need our land to build for our children. We need our land to come home. If they can kick us out all over the world, or people get deported from the United States all the time, or people get deported from England all the time, or people get deported from the West all over the world all the time. Now Chinese people doing it too. And we all know how many Chinese people that in Africa doing business. We know how many Indian people, how many Muslim people that's in Africa doing business. I even saw a young black African male hook up with Chinese girls in Africa. They don't even doing it when they're in Chinese. We see many of our African men and women hook up with Chinese, with different entities. These people, they're not the same species like you. They're not the same human like you. You African, you human. These folks are humankind. You must not be mixed race. Mix your race with other deities, with other entities. It is a must not. You must not doing that. Your ancestors not allow that. They have a purpose for that. They know the reason for that. They will mislead you to a wrong idea, to a wrong culture. Guess what? When a Chinese having a children with an African, that Chinese going to be educate that children as Chinese. They're gonna educate them to be conquer as Chinese. They're going to be educate them how to conquer, how to steal from other people. They're not going to be educate them as an African. That's all I gotta say, family. Any of us that miss our race with any other entities, you lost your culture. You will not be able to, even if that case looking like us, you will not be able to raise that case in an African way. That's all I'm saying. Because when you give thanks to your ancestor, you put libation for your ancestor, you line up your candles for your ancestor, they're gonna call it witchcraft. And who do witchcraft? The European do witchcraft. The women do witchcraft. The Greek do witchcraft. We African, we don't do witchcraft. That's all I have to say, family. Please, wake up. It's time to wake up. It's time to stay with yourself. Take care of yourself. Goodbye. So long for now.